with a new method of snaring the drug runners, so the drug runners come up with another method of sneaking through the net.
They're now using paints that will thwart the radars so we can't see the radar. They would fly with two planes, one being their anti-surveillance plane to pick up our surveillance. They had their own command post up in North Miami with Colombians there, able to communicate with Colombia, communicate with their landing site, monitoring all of our frequencies and directing everything. So they've come a long way.
Miami's crime scene is almost totally based on cocaine. It brings extraordinary wealth to some and eventual misery to others. For every pusher arrested, another two are ready to step into his place. But these are the small fry, the nickel and dime offenders, as they're called here. But away from the sleaze, there's another side to Miami, a city of opulence and glamour. And somewhere amongst all this, the big criminals live a very comfortable life. It's been estimated that the US cocaine racket is worth $115 billion. Now that's more than double the gross domestic product of the 4 supplier nations. That's Colombia, Peru, Bolivia and Ecuador. So it's not surprising that there's plenty of money around. In fact, up until last week, this Porsche belonged to a Bolivian who fled the country and left it behind rather than be caught in a police raid. It's been jokingly said that the cheapest solution would be for the United States to buy the supplier nations. But that's not really on. So they've had to opt for the high-cost, high-tech solution. All along the South Florida coastline, these radomes and antennae are springing up, part of a $7 billion electronic barrier. Blue Lightning is a network of 10 radar installations and balloon-mounted aerostats, all feeding information into a state-of-the-art computer.
We have a target originally...
Just to give an idea of the amount of traffic around here, take a look at the screen. Every blip is a boat or an aircraft. Once a target's been selected, the computer can plot its speed and bearing. They usually come in at night, often in heavy seas, never when there's a full moon. It's a game of cat and mouse.
All we need to do is lock it up.
This is Operation Slingshot, part of the Customs Air Interdiction Wing. They use Cessna Citation jets, equipped with tracker radar and the latest in infrared imaging technology. In the belly is a forward-looking infrared camera. It's a sensitive, heat-sensing device which can track a smuggler's plane in pitch dark up to 4 kilometres away. But from the distance that they tail them, it can provide the visual evidence to get a conviction. It isn't often one gets a real-life demonstration, but that's what happened to us. Blue Lightning picked up a target, and a Citation and a Nighthawk helicopter were launched to intercept. This is the target, a light aircraft bound for the Bahamas. Suspicious because its course suggests that it came from a favourite drop zone. And its altitude? 120 feet above sea level. The Citation crept up behind to get the registration number. But of course we were lucky to see it all in broad daylight. This is where the infrared comes in. It doesn't really matter if it's dark or cloudy. They can still see it all. Indeed, the infrared imaging has yielded a fascinating library of smugglers caught in the act. Some of them have been filmed dropping their loads, even landing on public roads in an effort to escape. And when these smugglers are about to land, that's when the Nighthawk is called in. So under the glare of 30 million candle power, the war against the drug runners continues. And as the United States drug enforcement agencies desperately try to stem the tide, we'll leave you with this thought. Each day out of 1,500 possible targets, they only have the resources to check out 300 of them. Coming up next,